Narcissistic people tend to follow the same script and read from the same book because they're coming from the same criteria within the disorder. They lack the empathy to care for others. They feel entitled to have their own way. They're incredibly exploitative. They're arrogant. They lack the empathy. They are preoccupied by getting their own needs met. And it's these sorts of characteristic traits that create the strong desire for them to behave in the manners that they do. So this video is going to be a few things that enough, if not all, narcissistic people do. And one of the first is that grandiosity. They have that inflated sense of self-worth. They believe that they are better than all others. And this encourages them to seek that validation and that admiration from those around them to back up the story that they are selling to themselves and to other people, while, if at all possible, undermining those around them, pulling down those around them, making those around them feel insignificant and inferior to them so that they can keep their inflated ego and they can believe that they are better than you. The lack of empathy means that they prioritize their self before all others. So they have a complete disinterest in other people's thoughts, in other people's feelings. They are only interested in how other people's opinions of them would negatively affect themselves. Narcissistic people share good news with them, they've done better. Share bad news with them, they've done worse. Now you can have a conversation with someone and it's a two-way conversation where somebody can relate to you so that you're both getting that validation and understanding. A narcissistic person wants to make it all about themselves. Nobody's suffered as bad as they have. Nobody's succeeded as well as they have. They will go all out to exaggerate and outright lie about their experiences while completely dismissing, invalidating, discrediting any of yours. Now, in one aspect, their subconscious might know how much they lie, how much they exaggerate. Therefore, they might potentially believe that other people are doing this, when in fact it's not other people that are doing this, it's the narcissist that is doing this to other people. They have that manipulation, so they have that charismatic charm, so you're almost compelled to them because any sort of toxic behaviour, they manage to make a joke out of it and you can't help but laugh along with them. Or they will go all out to play the victim so that you feel sorry for them and you have that strong desire to want to be there for them and help them and support them. Or they will play the martyr, so they almost seem like the hero because nobody's ever done as much as them for other people, yet they've had to sacrifice so much. So you kind of have that respect for them, not recognizing that it's usually lies and exaggeration and they're manipulating and playing you, they're manipulating situations, they're gaslighting you, they're using emotional blackmail, they're using subtle coercion to get their needs met by you. Attention seeking. Narcissistic people often require that excessive attention. They are looking for the admiration, they're looking for the validation, and they have an insatiable need for that attention, which is why they will usually go all out impressing strangers to get the attention that they believe they're entitled to, because their friends and family aren't sort of wowed by them as a stranger is in the beginning. Their friends and family have started to see through the cracks and recognise that they're not who they sell themselves to be. So they are very big on that self-promotion. They are very big on monopolising conversations. They're very big on overshadowing other people's experiences. They're very big on ruining special occasions because it's not about them, and they want to bring the attention back onto themselves. However, they have a knack of doing these things. They have a knack of ruining a special occasion, yet claiming it was for the benefit of somebody else, or playing the victim in it so that they don't have to take responsibility for what they've done. They have no respect for other people's personal boundaries. They have no respect for your personal space. They will overstep the mark at each and every opportunity. No does not seem to compute within their mind. However, when you say no to them, they have that sort of way about them that makes you feel bad, that makes you feel like you've wronged them, because to the narcissist, you have wronged them. So saying no to them makes you feel guilty, makes you feel like you've offended them, because they are offended. With a genuine person, when it comes to somebody's boundary and they say no, you feel bad that you've asked them to do something that they don't want to do. With a narcissistic person, when you say no to them, you feel bad because they didn't get their own way with you. They can invade your personal space and you can say no, and they take the hoof. They fall silent. They make you feel responsible for their feelings. However, whenever you try to discuss your feelings with them, because they lack the empathy to care about you, because they lack the compassion, they just accuse you of being too sensitive, of overreacting, of having trust issues, of being jealous. So they will not respect your feelings. However, they expect you to respect theirs. They have that very fragile self-esteem. They strive to sell people an illusion of who they are, often leading to them fearing exposure, which is why they play so many mind games and gaslight to cover their backs, and why potentially when exposure is round the corner, they can manipulate you more. They can double down on their behaviour, or they can rage out at you and blame you for why they had to rage out at you, or they will accuse you, unjustly accuse you to get you on the defensive, or they will go all out to belittle, demean, discredit, criticise you to bring you crashing down so that they can feel better about themselves. And as they feel entitled to do as they please, they lack accountability. They don't take responsibility for their behaviour, because to them, they're not the one at fault. You're the one at fault. So they go all out to pass the blame, as they refuse to take responsibility for any of their flaws, any of their mistakes, any of their wrongdoings, because to them, it's not their fault. It's always somebody else's doing. Somebody else has wronged them. Somebody else did it to them, which is why they can play the martyr of everything they've done to sacrifice for another person, and it's that other person that just never appreciated them. Or they can turn on the charm and the wit and the sarcasm that most people are capable of doing in a given situation. However, with a narcissist, it's a repeat pattern of behaviour, and their charm offensive is used as a distraction from their actual true behaviour, their true intentions, their hurtful behaviour. The same as their victim plays. They're going to go all out to blame the other person so that they don't have to take responsibility for the things they've done to the other person. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers for your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm for sure this channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot get no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out. A Narcissist Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people if you cannot go no contact. Thank you very much for watching. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.